Wolverines fans, Michigan women's hockey is live and on the air. We are live at the Arctic Coliseum in Chelsea, where it is your Michigan women's hockey team taking on the Concordia Cardinals. Concordia coming out of their locker room. It's up the stairs to the right, same place if you've ever watched our broadcast here with Pioneer Hockey. Skyline has their locker room up there as well. We're keeping our fingers crossed, and 4V Clovers close at hand. We have horrible signal here. So if we have to, if something goes on, we might have to, if this broadcast goes down, we'll start another one. So keep your eyes out. I have a cell phone with everything set up just in case. But we're really, really hoping that maybe, hopefully, the hockey deities can help us out and get us a little bit of connectivity in this rink to get us through this game. Take a look at where Michigan is at now. 2-5-1, starting off with lost to Adrian, lost to University of Michigan Dearborn, and then Adrian again. They beat University of Michigan Dearborn 2-1, lost to Michigan State up at Munn, tied University of Michigan Dearborn, that in a comeback tie over at the Arctic Edge of Canton. Huge comeback to tie, very good team. They beat this Concordia team that was at Yost Ice Arena back on November 11th. That was a 9-2 win by the University of Michigan, although Concordia, I believe, had the 2-0 or 2-1 lead early on, and then came back. Michigan came back. So we have this game here at the Arctic Coliseum, and then Thanksgiving break Friday, December 3rd, University of Michigan hosts Miami of Ohio. That will be at the Arctic Edge of Canton. That's a 9 p.m. game on Friday. Then on Saturday, it's a back-to-back versus Ohio. That will be at the Arctic Edge of Canton on Saturday, December 4th at 8:30 p.m. So 2 more games before the holiday break, and they'll be all the way out till January 21st. With the next game, that will be at Aquinas up at Traverse City. That will be, and we will effort to bring you that game. I need to make sure I take that day off of work. They have 3 games up at Traverse City Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Center Ice Arena. Haven't been there. Really looking forward to it. Taking a look at the last game, University of Michigan Dearborn 7, University of Michigan 3 over at Yost Ice Arena. In the first, Dearborn had 3 goals. Ann Arbor had 1 in the second. Dearborn chipped in 2 more goals. Ann Arbor with 1, making it 5-2 at the end of 2. Then Dearborn had 2 goals in the third. Michigan won for a 7-3 win by University of Michigan Dearborn. Total shots on goal, 32 for University of Michigan Dearborn, 28 for Ann Arbor. 8 penalty minutes on 4 infractions for Dearborn, 2 for 1 infraction by Michigan. Taking a look in the first, no penalties in the first. The scoring was Clara Murphy, her second goal of the season, assist to McGuire. Then it was Mariah Evans who tied it back up 1-1, her fourth goal of the season. Clara Murphy got her second goal of the game. McGuire and Agrieris assisting that at 5:47. And then Claudia McGuire got her second goal, Claire Murphy, then Claudia McGuire got her second goal. She had 2 assists early on, so 3 points in the first period. Agrieris getting her second point on the assist. So that was the scoring in the first. No penalties in the first. In the second, Claudia McGuire scored her second goal of the game, third of the season at 9:05. That was Agrieris on the assist. Then Claire Murphy got the hat trick. That at 16 got herself her... that would be a hat trick for her as well. That would be her 4th goal of the season. No assist on that one. That was shorthanded at 7:20. Penalties, Collegian took a checking penalty. That at 5:30. At 12:06, it was Spiegel for roughing. At 12:06, it was also Rubin for tripping. At 15:05, it was Collegian for interference. And that was the penalties. Hahn played between the pipes. She faced 25 shots on goal, saved 28 of them. Goldman played in as Ponith had a concussion. So Goldman played, and that was she faced 32 shots on goal, saved 25 of them. Top scorers right now for Michigan. Top 3, Evans has 5 points on 3 goals and 2 assists. And then 3 people tied at 2 as Rubin has 4 points on 2 goals and 2 assists. Katie German, 4 points on 2 goals and 2 assists. And Anna Thomas with 4 assists. Concordia is 2-11. Their wins came against Michigan State, which is a fantastic win. That's a tough team. That was 3-0. And they beat Grand Valley State at the first game of the year. Starting lineups being announced as coming out. Popping out there, Crone coming out. Shorkey starting. Levinson coming out. McCarthy skating out there. And Goldman. That would be Dodgson starting off. And now coming out is James. Shebin coming out. And then Smith, the other starter. Between the pipes is going to be Burks, the freshman, getting the start at goal. Head coach for Michigan is Jan Tribbiano. Assistant coaches Ned Gilson and Carrie Inman. Goaltending coach Carrie Lukowski will play the national anthem. And they'll talk about the Concordia coaches. Quick prayer from Concordia. Coaching staff for Concordia is Barlow, the fourth head coach, and assistant coach is Rachel Gierich. Taking a look at the top scorers for Concordia, who do we need to worry about most? With 13 points, it's Dodgson. She has 11 goals and 2 assists. Rounding out the top three, with 8 points is Smith. She has 3 goals and 5 assists. With 4 points is James with 2 goals and 2 assists. And with 3 points is Shevin with 1 goal and 2 assists. The last game they played University of Rhode Island, that was a 7-2 win. University of Rhode Island winning. That was back on Sunday, November 14th. So we are getting ready to go here. Call as Reed will go off for tripping. As I think we have absolutely no connectivity, and we're probably going to have to stop this and go over to the cell phone, but we'll try and see if we can get it. It was working earlier. Face off in the near face off circle. That tips back to the near point, slips back. Shevin trying to get it, fires it over on the far side. And along the near boards, basically what's happening is we don't have any connectivity coming in. As back behind the puck, Matthews has it in along the far side. That stopped outside of the far point. Dodgson has it. Dodgson, top point scorer for Concordia. That fires over, knocked down, and Michigan gets it out into the neutral zone. That comes all the way back into the near corner. Pulled back by Smith. Smith has it on the far side. Coming down over center ice. Smith brings it into the Ann Arbor zone. That deflects into the near corner. Pulling it back. Now fed by James over to the far point. Slips back into the neutral zone and coming out. And along the near side, Smith with it. Smith kicks it back. Coming down, Shevin down the far side. Gains the Michigan zone. Shevin with the shot saved by Goldman. As I don't think it's the cell phone, I think it's this that's having issues. As that shot tips up, back behind, coming back over. Again, Concordia on the power play. That slips back, forehand back behind the goal. The puck all the way back down. Coming in along the near side. The puck in the near corner. Concordia trying to pull it away, trying to work on our connectivity. That pops up all the way back. Grabbing along the far boards, Evans pulls it in, knocked away from her. Top of the far circle, coming the other direction. As that's moved over by Mills. Brought in by Hansen deep into the Michigan zone. Face-off will be at center ice. It is 1-0. Concordia with the lead. They fire it deep into the Michigan zone. As that puck into the far corner. Trying to pull it away. Rubin outside the far circle. That lifted back in along the end boards. Knocked down. Picked up by Rubin. She banks off the far boards, trying to get to Thomas. Held in at the far point by Shepin. That banks off of the near boards. Outside the near circle, Rubin pulls it back behind her own goal, going from the near side to the far side. Rubin pulling it over. That puck on the far side coming back. In along the near boards. With it, Shepin outside the near circle. Shepin has it right at the near point, trying to keep it deep. That knocked out of the zone. Excellent job by Gargilo, who sends it deep into the Concordia zone. 16-12 left to go here in this, the first period. 1-0, Concordia with the lead. That puck in along the far boards. Levinson with it. Levinson coming down the far boards, trying to get out of the zone. That held in at the far point by Dodgson. There's a shot top of the far circle. And that is saved by Goldman. Looks like maybe we're back up. Diagnostic looks like we're good. So we're going to try and keep with this because this is a better camera. But if it gives us more issues, we will come back. 1-0, Concordia with the lead. That's sticked away by Goldman into the near corner. Racing to grab it, Andonian sends it ahead. Held in at the near point by Coops. Coops has that knocked away, deflected into the neutral zone, heading the other direction. Matthews picked up at her own blue line by Levinson, who scoots it forward. Proctor chips it deep into the far corner, picked up. Here comes Concordia the other direction as Ruggiero had it. Now that pulled away by Proctor, goes back behind the goal. Proctor into the far corner, lifts it over to Matthews in the slot. That deflected off of his skate, slips back into the neutral zone. Michigan will have to touch that up. Reed fires it in along the far boards. Matthews chips it right at center ice. That pulled right to the Michigan blue line, picked up by Proctor coming down on the far boards. Proctor over center ice. Proctor gains his zone. 14:59 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Concordia with the lead. Matthews has it outside the far circle in the Concordia zone. Matthews trying to pull it off. There's a shot from top of the circle, and that is saved by Burks. 14:49 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Concordia with the lead here at the Arctic Coliseum. Face-off in the far face-off circle as that puck shot from the far point deflected out in front. Able to keep it in as Levinson as that comes in along the near boards. Here comes Concordia the other direction. Pulling it down is Smith, who dumps it deep into the Michigan zone. Pulling it back is Remelius trying to get it rimming around the board. Shot and a save by Goldman. 14:27 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Concordia with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Shorkey trying to get to it. That stopped at the far point. Lifted back behind the Michigan goal. Coming over underneath the near circle. There's a shot that was knocked down by Hansen. Reed trying to pull that away. That puck rims all the way back and into the neutral zone. Slips back into the Concordia zone. No icing because it was tipped by Concordia, picked up back behind their own goal. They come over along the near boards. Banked off of the near boards. That comes back into the neutral zone. Forehand has it. Forehand moving it ahead for Shorkey. That was just out of a reach. Spinning puck back into the Michigan zone. As McCarthy picks it up outside the far circle, puts it all the way around the boards and along the near boards. Trying to chip that ahead. Held in by Dodgson at the near point. Lifted back. McCarthy picks it up in the far corner. McCarthy feeds it ahead for Crone. Crone in along the far boards has it tipped away. McCarthy cross ice pass moves it over to forehand on the near boards. Forehand has it outside the near circle. Forehand trying to tip it out. Shorkey picks it up, goes back behind her own goal. Shorkey from the near side to the far side on the far circle. Shorkey fires it ahead into the neutral zone. Dodgson firing it right back in. Saved by Goldman. Picked up and along the near boards. Making a nifty move. Here comes forehand, firing it all the way back deep. Icing waved off. Dodgson picks it up back behind her own goal. Coming along the far boards. Dodgson sends ahead. Held in at the far point by Rubin, who puts it back deep and along the end boards of the Concordia zone. Proctor chasing it. Comes to the near point. Schuyler sends it back into the neutral zone as Gargilo resets, backhands it as the puck bounces off the far boards into the far corner. Dodgson trying to fire it along. That comes right back behind the Concordia goal. In along the near board, Schuyler has it. Schuyler outside the near circle. Ricochets it off the near boards. That all the way back into the Michigan zone. That will be icing and head back the other direction. That'll be back in the Concordia zone. I believe they'll put that in the near face-off circle. In to take the face-off is Rubin. That comes into the near corner. Gargilo trying to get back to the near point. That slips all the way past. Goldman sticks it into the far corner. Bryce picks it up there. Bryce going back behind her own goal. As Sheridan trying to separate her from the puck. Bryce has it on the far circle, feeding it ahead. Here comes Michigan as Evans sends it in. Here comes Gargilo gaining the zone. Gargilo with the shot from the top of the far circle. That goes just wide outside of the far boards, lifted back In along the far boards of the neutral zone. Michigan has it, coming in with it. Here comes Proctor. Proctor with the shot. That deflected out in front. In along the end boards into the near corner. That pulled away. Concordia sends it into the far corner. That chipped. Sheridan back over on that far side. Matthews puts it back to Andonian at the far point. Andonian feeds it back behind the goal for Matthews. Matthews underneath the near circle. Trying to pull that away, cycling it over. Now spinning with it, Simmer in the near corner, outside the near circle. That lifted all the way back. Andonian has it in the neutral zone, banks it right back into the Concordia zone. Concordia picks it up there, firing it all the way down the ice. Goldman puts it into the near corner where Levinson picks it up in the Michigan zone. Trying to avoid some pressure from Hansen. Levinson puts it around the boards. That grabbed by Williams. Williams trying to get it out of the zone, held in at the far point by Concordia. Bouncing puck through the slot. Now grabbed by James in along the near boards. James has that poked away. Andonian trying to separate her from the puck. Now Matthews trying to pull it off the boards. Comes right back behind the goal as Goldman dives down and covers it up. Dodson puts it out just on the far, near side of the crease. James trying to crash down on it, but Goldman got a glove on it. And it is 1-0. Concordia with the lead here in the first. 11:02 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That puck comes in along the near boards, chipped away. Trying to peel it off the near boards. Freeman trying to get to it. Thomas trying to get to it. That pops all the way in along the far boards. Picked up. Here comes Michigan over their own blue line. Coming down over center ice. Gaining the zone is Katie German. Katie German with the shot that deflects into the far corner. She chases it outside the far circle. Now trying to pull it Crone. Crone puts it right back behind the Concordia goal. That ricochets off the near board. Stopped by Reed. Reed gets it top of the far circle over for Crone. Crone has it knocked away, and that puck comes all the way back into the Michigan zone. That will be icing and head back over Concordia's way. 10:02 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Concordia with the lead over your Michigan Wolverines. Again, Concordia had the lead in the last game these two teams played together. The puck in the near circle, taking it. Gargelo trying to get it into the slot. Shot! Saved by Burks. As that was a shot from just inside of the slot. Burks able to cover it up. 10:14 left to go. Rubin in to take the faceoff. 1-0 Concordia with the lead. Trying to see who's on the opposite side. That puck lifted into the near corner. Grabbing it, Smith goes back behind her own goal. Smith rims it around the boards. McCarthy trying to stop it. Slips past into the neutral zone. Now it's a foot race all the way back into the Michigan zone. Into the near corner. Trying to peel that away. Knock the other direction. Now Gargelo has it. Gargelo in along the far boards. The puck shot from top of the near circle. That goes just wide. Bouncing back in along the near boards. And Chip Gargelo with it. Now here comes Michigan down the near board. Smith holds it in. His forehand was trying to get it out of the zone. Rubin chases it back behind her own goal. Rubin on the far circle of her own zone. Backhands it all the way through into the neutral zone. Picking it up, Shebin over to Smith on the near board. Smith gains his own. Shot it from the near point. Saved by Goldman. That cleared out of harm's way by the defense. In along the near boards, held in by Smith again. Simmer trying to get it out. That banked off the end boards. McCarthy chasing it. Sheridan centering pass. Forehand has it now. Forehand feeds it ahead. Here comes Simmer down the near boards of the neutral zone. Simmer gains the zone outside the near circle. Simmer. There's a shot. That by Matthews at the top comes over on the near side. That lifted in along the near board. Coming down, Schuyler with it for Concordia. Schuyler bounces it, spinning puck in along the end boards of the Michigan zone. Picked up by Bryce, back behind her own goal. Bryce, that moved into the near corner, chasing it as Freeman has it there. Freeman fires it the other direction. Bryce picks it up in the far corner. Bryce trying to avoid Sheridan. Sheridan pins her against the boards. Loose puck on the far circle, now coming ahead with it. Here comes Christensen over center ice. Christensen coming down on the far boards. That chipped away. Loose puck through the slot, moved into the near corner. That puck outside, now on the near circle coming in. Simmer with the shot. Still loose. still battling, comes into the slot. Christensen chipping away at it. Now comes back onto the far circle. Bryce trying to keep it down. As the puck comes back, Matthews sends it in deep. As Michigan goes for a line change. Good, excellent scoring opportunity. Concordia still has the 1-0 lead. They have the puck coming down. Ruggiero brings it into the zone. Now Crone takes it away. Crone coming down on the neutral zone. Gains the Concordia zone. Crone in the slot. Has that poke checked away outside the near circle. Trying to pull that away is Shorkey. Shorkey puts it right back behind the Concordia goal. Now Williams has it outside the far circle. Pinned against the boards. Williams battling inside of there. Hits and shot comes away. Covered up by Burks. .7:35 left to go here in the first. Concordia 1, Michigan nothing. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Dodgson in to take the face-off versus Rubin. And puck lifted back. Andonian with the shot. Coming over. Rubin with the shot. That deflects high into the near corner. Gargelow pinned against the boards. Rubin trying to chase it in along the end boards. Dodgson takes it back behind her own goal. Proctor trying to knock that away. The puck loose. Andonian trying to hold it in. Everyone in a heap over there at the far point. Rubin loses an edge. Now coming in. Here comes Dodgson into the Michigan zone. Dodgson crossing... centering pass, that knocked away. Good job by Goldman to get a piece of it. Another shot. Goldman sticks it right back behind the goal. That puck into the near corner. Rubin trying to get it. That brought back into the far corner for forehand. Forehand feeds it ahead. Held in at the far point. That knocked down. Here comes Michigan over their own blue line. Proctor racing down on the near boards. Proctor gains the Concordia zone. Smith runs her off the puck. Here comes Gargelow with it. Shot. Burks with an amazing save. Matthews trying to grab it. That held in at the far point, but there is a whistle and a stoppage in play. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle, that to the right of Burks. Matthews in to take the face-off. Ruggiero on the other side. As that puck is dropped, comes back to the far point. Katie German with the shot there, saved by Burks. Not even sure Burks saw it, just had good position. The puck underneath the near circle. Spinning with it. Trying to come the other direction. Concordia fires it. Dodgson trying to get it out of the zone. Held in. Christensen trying to keep it. Now it slips back out into the neutral zone. Fired back in deep by Michigan into the near corner. Concordia has it there. As Gears trying to lift it away. That slips all the way along the far board. Simmer trying to hold it in. That fed ahead to Sheridan. Pulled away by Michigan. They have it at their own blue line. Banked ahead. Bringing it in. Here comes Matthews. Top of the near circle. There's a rising shot and a glove save by Burks. 5:57 left to go here. In this, the first period, Concordia 1, Michigan nothing. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. And Shorkey in to take the face-off. Thomas right behind her. Forehand to the left. That puck comes just on the near side of the goal, covered up by Burks. 5:54 left to go here. In the first, Concordia 1, Michigan nothing. Shorkey in to take the face-off. I believe that's Dodgson on the other side. The puck into the near corner. Smith pulls it away, goes back behind her own goal. Smith underneath the far circle, feeds it ahead. That chip trying to get to Dodgson. Dodgson comes over. Dodgson on the near circle. Breakaway. Dodgson backhands it, puts it in. Concordia takes the 2-0 lead with that at 5:38. Concordia goal. Dodgson, the top point getter, came in, got a puck and got a breakaway and was able to put it in. Face-off right at center ice. Rubin in to take the face-off. Gargelow to her right. Dodgson across the way. Puck comes right back to Smith at her own blue line. Smith along the near boards. Fires along the far boards and gets it back outside the near circle. Smith Fires it through the neutral zone. That gathered in by Andonian at her own blue line. Tipped ahead by Ruben down the far boards. Picked up by Shebin, knocked around, and it comes in along the near boards. Hansen trying to fire it deep into the Michigan zone. That knocked down. James puts it into the near corner. Antonia picks it up. Back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Antonia coming down the far boards. Gets ahead to Proctor. Bouncing puck right to Michigan blue line. Comes rolling in along the near boards. Coming back with it is Gargelo. Gargelo moves it back to the defense. Now coming ahead, here comes Ruben over her own center ice. Ruben gains the zone. Ruben on the near circle. Ruben with the shot. Burks with the save. That comes off in along the far boards. Trying to chip it away. The puck loose now into the far corner where Ruben has it. Ruben pinned there. Michigan trying to pull it away. Shebin trying to chase it. Ruben into the near corner now. Shebin pins her against the boards. Simmer coming away, trying to pull that back. That puck comes back to forehand. Forehand with the shot from the far point. Now coming ahead. Here comes Concordia with it. Shevin coming down the boards. That tipped away by Levinson. Now Proctor trying to feed it ahead. Knocked down by Sheridan, who puts it back into the Michigan zone. Picked up. Coming ahead with it, Levinson over center ice. Coming down the far boards. Levinson top of the far circle. Shot. Ooh, that just missed wide over to the near side. Coming back into the near corner. Simmer has it. Simmer puts it out in front. Matthews with the shot that deflects outside the near circle. Trying to pick it up into the near corner. Simmer pinned against the boards. That by Coops. Now Matthews trying to pull it away. Matthews underneath the far circle. Christensen calling for it in the slot. Matthews tries to feed it over. Jordan that lifted back into center ice. Freeman chases it in along the far boards. Comes back into her own zone. Freeman on the near circle. Goes back behind her own goal. Freeman rims it the other direction, gets it to Christensen outside the far circle, feeds that back. Here comes Michigan over their own blue line, moves it over to Simmer and along the near boards. Simmer outside the near circle, into the near corner, trying to feed it over to Matthews. That pulled away. Here comes Concordia the other direction, bouncing puck all the way back. Bryce chases it to her own blue line. Bryce pulls it back. Heads the other direction down the far boards, feeds it ahead, trying to get to Matthews. Matthews gains the zone. Matthews ridden off the puck. That pulled up. That's going to be a tripping call. Michigan will go on the power play with the first power play of the game. That at 3:07 on a tripping call. As James goes into the box. Michigan with the extra attacker for the next 2 minutes. They are down 2-0. Concordia with the lead here in the first period. Shorkey in to take the face-off. Evans to her right. Katie German back behind him. The puck comes over to Evans outside the near circle, moves it to Katie German in the high slot. German with the shot, that save into the near corner. Evans with it there. Evans the top scorer for Michigan. Back over to Katie German. Now Evans picks it up on the near circle through the slot. That puck got away. Picked up by Ruben. Top of the far circle. Shot bounced off of a stick. Now coming in. Shot again. That deflected off of a defender. Ruben outside the near circle trying to feed it back to the near point. And that lifted all the way down the ice. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the Michigan power play. 2:33 left to go here in the first. 2-0. Concordia with the lead. Michigan coming down on the near boards over their own blue line. They gain the zone as Katie German sends that deep into the near corner. Smith ratchets it all the way around the boards as it saucers back into the Michigan zone. Goldman stops it there. That's picked up by Katie German, who goes back behind her own goal. Katie German coming ahead. Gets it over to Evans. Evans has it on the near circle of her own zone. Evans over her own blue line. Evans comes over center ice. Evans making a move, gains the zone, top of the far circle. Evans drop pass back to Matthews outside the far circle, moves it over to Simmer. Simmer with the shot that deflected out in front. Now there's another shot by Katie German. I don't know if who touched it out in front, but Michigan scores, cutting the lead. Power play goal, that at 1:53. I know the original shot was by Katie German. I'm not sure if someone tipped it out in front. I haven't heard any goals called. I haven't heard the public address announcer give us any additional information, but we'll see if they announce something. Face off right center ice. It is now Concordia 2, Michigan 1. The puck in along the near boards. Hansen puts it deep, bouncing puck. 1 minute, 46 seconds left to go in the first. Levinson trying to peel it off of the near boards. Also in there is James. Now Coops had it. Shot that bounced off the near boards. Here comes Simmer with it. Chasing it. Coops into the near corner. Takes it back behind her own goal. Coops underneath the far circle of the Concordia zone. Makes a nifty move and comes over her own blue line. Coops over center ice. Coops gains the Michigan zone. Coops outside the near circle. Now underneath. Now crossing past. That knocked down by Christensen. James keeps it in the zone. That'll be a delayed offsides as Concordia has to touch up. Michigan has it underneath the near circle of her own zone. Fed ahead to Simmer. Knocked down. Trying to get it is Matthews. As the puck loose at center ice, Christensen tips it. That comes into the Concordia zone and then knocked the other direction. 55 seconds left to go here in the first. Whistle. That will be icing and head back to the Concordia side of things. Concordia 2, Michigan 1. 53.7 seconds left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Shorkey in to take the face-off. Freeman right back behind her. Bryce on the other side of the blue line. As Gear tips it into the near corner for Concordia. Shorkey chasing it. Outside the near circle. Shorkey on the goal line. And tipped right back behind. Crone has it in the far corner. Crone on the far circle. Moves it back to Bryce at the far point. That's the shot. Knocked down out in front. Brought back to Freeman in the neutral zone. Freeman has it back to her own blue line. Trying to set the rush up and again. That fed ahead. 26 seconds left to go. Back to Shorkey. Shorkey sends it back to Freeman at her own blue line. That moved over and along the far boards to Bryce. Bryce feeds it ahead. Now the puck wouldn't settle down in the neutral zone. Shorkey trying to get to it. Williams trying to grab it. Now that's back to Bryce and along at her own blue line. Bryce comes over center ice. Bryce gains the Concordia zone. And shot knocked down by a defender out in front. Slips back. Top of the near circle, and then that is the end of the first. Well, Concordia 2, Michigan 1. It started off in 1948. Concordia goal as that was Smith scoring. A shot from the near point. Not sure if there was a deflection. Then at 5:38, it was another Concordia goal as that was Dodgson, the top point getter for the Cardinal squad. At 3:07, it was a Concordia penalty as James went off for tripping. And then Michigan answered as they put in a power play goal. That at 1:53. Again, the original shot by Katie German. I'm not sure if someone else tipped it, but that's where we stand at this moment. So it is Concordia 2, Michigan 1. Michigan looking for a big second period to try and tie up this game here at the Arctic Coliseum in Chelsea. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. As we are live here at the Arctic Coliseum, time for our intermission scoreboard report going back to Saturday, November 13th. It was Adrian College beating University of Rhode Island 4-0. It was McHenry beating Grand Canyon University 8-2. Liberty shut out University of Massachusetts 5-0. It was Colorado beating Utah 4-3. It was Minnesota getting shut out by Miniwit State 8-0. Indiana Tech beat Davenport 12-0. Miami University had a 2-goal win over Aquinas 3-2. It was Grand Canyon tying Marysville 2-2. That on November 13th. Lindenwood beat Midland 2-1. It was Colorado State University 10 and University of Denver 4. On Sunday, November 14th, Michigan State beat Grand Valley 4-3. It was Maryville shutting out Grand Canyon 4-0. Minout State beat University of Minnesota 9-1. Adrian shut out Roosevelt 14-0. It was Lindenwood 4 and Midland 2. Concordia was beaten by Rhode Island 7-2. Here at the Arctic Coliseum. On Thursday, November 18th, it was Minout State playing Adrian. Adrian beat them 3-2. And then in a game on Friday, the two of them, Minot State, split as Minot beat them 2-0. No score reported on Friday for the University of Michigan Dearborn versus Concordia game. Then it was on Friday, Massachusetts Amherst beating McKendree 4-0. Also Friday, it was Maryville beating Miami 4-1. University of Colorado 10 and University of Denver 0. It was Maryville 3 and Miami 0. And then a number of other scores that have yet to be reported. A number of other games happening today. That is your intermission scoreboard report. At the second intermission, we will have your Michigan Wolverine scoreboard report. And we'll check out some important action going on, including there's this football game happening. Michigan women's basketball played. That was at 1 o'clock, so I'll endeavor to get a score from that game. I didn't have a final as they were playing Central Michigan before I left for this game. Concordia is over on their bench, getting ready to come in. Waiting for the officials to come and grab the nets and put them back on the moorings. It is Concordia 2, Michigan 1 here at the first intermission. I appreciate you folks joining us. Hope that we had some issues a little bit earlier with our stream. It got a little choppy there. We're hoping that we can work our way through that. Again, we have really, really lousy connectivity here in Chelsea. I've been, ever since we had a video, it's been a bit of a struggle, but it's otherwise a fantastic rink. So again, 3 minutes counting down. Both teams ready to hop onto the ice. Just waiting for the officials to come out. And onto the ice. Michigan looking to tie up this game, hopefully take the lead. Concordia would love to maybe get an extra insurance goal and keep the pressure on the Wolverines. Both the teams waiting. Let's take a moment and play a little bit more music. We will be right back with your second period tip-off. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. Let's play a little bit more of the Victors. We're getting ready to go live. Taking a look, we do have some. Concordia is actually doing some live scoring as the first goal 16 seconds in was Dodson assisted by Smith and Sheben. The second goal was by Dodson assisted by James. The Michigan goal was German assisted by Matthews and Evans. We'll do our best to keep an eye on that as they're not making announcements, but they do have that live stream, which is wonderful. Shorkey in to take the face-off, Crone to her left. Across the way is Dodson, dangerous with both goals for Concordia. She's the leading point gunner for the Cardinals. That puck comes in along the near boards. Picked up by Sheben, who fires it deep. That tipped right at the Michigan blue line. Michigan trying to get it. Shorkey goes over her own blue line, backhands it ahead. Now that puck lifted back through center ice. James trying to knock it the other direction. Michigan grabs it. Battle for it in along the near boards as Dodson has that tipped away. Shorkey trying to get to it. That comes back to Sheben at center ice. Fired in along the near boards. Crone trying to poke it off of the near boards. Shorkey also tipping that. That comes back to McCarthy in her own zone. McCarthy fires that cross-ice pass. That dipped right at center ice. Bouncing puck. Lifted. Still pinned against the boards right in front of the scorer's bench. That grabbed and brought in. Here comes Thomas with it. That net grabbed away. That puck bounced off of the near boards. James chasing it. Grabs it. Pulls it into the Michigan zone. James outside the near circle. Driven wide by McCarthy. James goes back behind the Michigan goal. That knocked down. Bouncing into the near corner. Here comes Dodson. Dodson centering attempt. That knocked away. The puck comes back to the near point to Sheben. Sheben with the shot. That got deflected by a defender. And then they pick it up and score from the far corner as Concordia makes it 3-1. As I believe that was James who put that in. We'll get the live scoring and double check. But that at 18:53 as it was Concordia goal. James on that far side. Dodson took the shot, so I think that is, we'll double check that as soon as they get that up on the live stats. Fired in by Sheridan. That goes just wide. Goldman put it wide. Goldman got the original save on that last goal, but then the rebound came around. Michigan pulls it over their own blue line, over center ice. Gaining the zone, coming in. There's a shot by Gargelo. Saved by Burks. Comes back top of the near circle. Katie German with the shot. That comes back underneath the far circle. Another shot. Burks with the save. Let's take a look and see if we can refresh. That Concordia goal, they're going to say it was Sheben, Schuyler, assisted by Dodson and Sheben. So that will be number 21. So that puck comes on the far circle, bounces off the near boards. Michigan able to hold it in. Katie German puts it deep into the near corner. Evans. Centering attempt. That goes over to Schuyler along the far boards, trying to chip it away. That brought back in outside the far circle. Whistle as that goes out of play. Rubin had it outside the far circle. That puck went over the boards out by the fire exit. Now that's tossed over. I believe that's Coach Inman who grabbed it and flipped it back over to the official. 18:10 left to go as it is back to a 2-goal game. Concordia in the lead as that puck lifted back into the far corner. Proctor has it there. Proctor trying to pull it away. That puck slipping. Matthews underneath the near circle. Now Proctor flips it all the way back to the blue line. There's Reed with the shot. That deflected out in front. The puck comes back in along the near boards. Swept away, pulled away by Katie German. And Dodson has it right at the Michigan blue line, trying to bring it into the Michigan zone. That knocked away by Simmer, now into the far corner. Battle for it. Matthews comes away with it. Matthews coming down on the far boards and poked right back behind the Michigan goal. Rimming around the near boards. That lifted back, held in. Michigan now gets it to the blue line. Here comes Katie German over center ice. Katie German gains the zone, high slot. There's a rising shot. Saved by Burks. The puck on the near circle. Simmer trying to get a shot. That wouldn't settle down. Sheridan now going the other direction. Is that puck in along the far boards in the neutral zone. Freeman sends it right back in. Collected, top of the zone, spinning with it Smith. Smith comes down the far board. Smith lifts it. As that goes all the way down the ice, they'll say that was icing and come back into the Michigan zone. or into Concordia zone, excuse me. Concordia 3, Michigan 1, 16:51 left to go. Here in the second period. 2 goals by Concordia to start off the game. Michigan answered back to cut to a 1-goal lead. Then just a little over a minute to go in the second. Concordia made it again, a 2-goal game. That puck into the far corner. Michigan gets it out in front. There's a shot. Knuckleball goes wide. Crone chases it outside the far circle. Gets it to Shorkey. Back to the far point. Bryce can't hold it in. She chases it out in along the far boards. Lifts it back to Shorkey. That's stolen away by Dodgson. Chipped in along the near boards. William touched it. Now that comes back. Smith travels back into her own zone. Burks chips that right back behind her own goal. Smith underneath the far circle. That out of the zone. Bryce trying to send it deep. That puck lifted now coming into the Michigan zone. Smith with the shot that went off of a post into the far corner. Dodgson has it outside the far circle. Simmer trying to chip it, saved by Goldman, who covers it up. 16:02 left to go. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. Goldman's done a admirable job between the pipes. Concordia with the 3-1 lead. Face-off to Goldman's right. That puck comes top back to the far point. Now outside the far circle. Andonian with it there. Andonian into the far corner. And chipped is Rubin trying to get it. That slips right back behind the Michigan goal out in front. Ooh, Goldman with the fantastic save. That puck back to the near point. Shevin holds it in. And pinned right at the near point. Rubin trying to knock it away. That comes towards the Michigan goal. Covered up by Goldman. 5:38 left to go. Here in the second period. 3-1. Concordia with the lead. They'll bring that face off in the near face-off circle. Puck dropped. That comes top of the far circle. Gargelo sends it ahead. Spinning puck right at center ice. Evans trying to get to it. That ricocheted as Ruggiero sends it deep into the Michigan zone. Into the near corner. Levinson grabs it. Goes back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Levinson outside the far circle. Spinning with it. Gargelo. Gargelo on the far circle of her own zone. Now over her own blue line. Gargelo over center ice. Gargelo top of the far circle. And centering attempt. That goes right through the crease. Outside the near circle. Evans moves it back to Levinson, who puts it into the near corner. That puck slips in along the end boards. Gargelo with it back there, trying to pull that away. Shebin has it in the far corner. Now centering attempt, trying to feed Rubin out in front. That pulled away. Schuyler gets it back into the neutral zone. Michigan gathers it, fires it in along the near boards. That picked up by Levinson, who sends it ahead. The puck, cross-ice pass. As Smith has it in the far corner, goes back behind her own goal. Rubin trying to make it difficult for her. The puck in along the near boards. McCarthy chasing it. Now Schuyler has it in along the far boards. Schuyler puts it back deep in the Michigan zone. Chasing it, forehand, trying to grab it. And James knocks it the other direction into the far corner. The puck picked up by Christensen, who goes over on blue line. Sends ahead. That went off of his skate. In along the near boards. Concordia trying to pick it up. And lifted back deep into the Concordia zone by Matthews into the far corner. Coops has it outside the far circle, held in by Forehand, who puts it in and scores! Forehand with a shot from the top of the far circle, puts it in. Michigan has made it a one-goal game again, 3-2. As we'll check out that live scoring. Let's refresh that as they're about to have the face-off. As that is forehand assist to Proctor. So forehand with the goal to take it and get it close. Proctor on the assist. That puck all the way back into the Michigan zone. As Dodgson has it, that swept away and along the near boards, trying to pick it up. That grabbed it along the near boards, pinned outside the near circle. As Michigan trying to pull it away, that lifted to the blue line. Now fed ahead. Here comes Shorkey on a breakaway. Shorkey comes in, and she's ridden off the puck. There's going to be a penalty. Shorkey went heavy into the boards. She pops up. She's okay. Michigan on the power play as a Concordia penalty. That at 13:26. That should be a tripping call. As into the box, that is Coop. Into the box. So Michigan with the extra attacker for the next 2 minutes, held in at the far point outside the far circle. Michigan feeds it back to Katie German, puts it on the far circle. Now there's a shot out in front, trying to get to it in the far corner. Lifted all the way back. Katie German has it. High slot, takes a shot. That deflects out in front. Now off the side of the net, Crone trying to get it. Crone goes back behind the goal into the far corner. Feeds it over to Proctor outside the far circle. Back to Katie German, high slot. Katie German moves over to Rubin on the near circle. That slips right back in along the end boards. Shorkey trying to get to it. Sheben has it. Sheben lifts it all the way down the ice. Cleared. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go in the Michigan power play. Concordia has the 3-2 lead. As that puck into the far corner, Michigan trying to pull it away. Schuyler trying to cause issues. That out, shot, and a save by Goldman. Oh, Ruggiero had an excellent shorthand opportunity. Goldman with a fantastic save. 12:30 left to go here in the second. Concordia 3, Michigan 2. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. In the power play for Michigan, Matthews in to take the face-off. Dodson on the other side, that into the slot, backhanded. Ooh, that one just wide by about an inch. As James has it back behind the Michigan goal. Freeman trying to pick it up in the far corner. Freeman outside the far circle trying to avoid Dodson. Dodson holds it in. Dodson puts it right back to Michigan goal into the near corner. Gargelo trying to pick it up. James with it in the corner. Now Michigan in along the near boards. They get it out of their zone. Brought ahead. Here comes Michigan as McCarthy has it. Or excuse me, that's Gargelo with it in along the near boards. As that's brought and trying to hold it in. Good job by Gargelo to keep it in. Gargelo goes high slot. Now that shot out in front. Save by Burks. 25 seconds left to go. Here in the Michigan power play. 11:50 left to go here in the second. Concordia 3, Michigan 2. Concordia has had a 2-goal advantage twice. Michigan cut it to 1 twice. Levinson stops it at the near point, feeds it outside the near circle as it slips back behind. Picking it up is Simmer, puts it right back behind the goal. Now Simmer gets it back in the near corner. Simmer going back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. That tipped away. Matthews trying to pick it up, that into the near corner. Lifts back. Dodson has it in along the near boards, and that's fired all the way back deep. Concordia back to full strength. Freeman chases it back behind her own goal. Now Matthews trying to pick it up as the puck in along the end boards. Hansen has it there. Now Dodson trying to get to it. That pulled into the near corner. Here comes Michigan coming down the near boards with it. Michigan feeds it ahead as that's Matthews chasing it. Matthews with a shot, and she scores! Matthews with a shot from the top of the near circle, and Burks tried to get it, but it just slipped on the outside corner. Michigan has tied it up on an even strength goal at 10:52. Should be Matthews unassisted. We'll double check that. Just refreshing the site here really quickly. Shorkey to take the face-off. Ruggiero on the other side. Scoring play. That is, they don't have it up there yet, so we'll double check that. But again, I believe that's going to be Matthews unassisted. The puck on the far circle now pulled away. Fed ahead by Concordia through the neutral zone. Schuyler has it on the far board. Schuyler top of the far circle. That shot just goes wide into the near corner. And chipped by McCarthy to the near point, trying to pull that out as the puck through the neutral zone. Comes back in along the near boards. Mills has it there. Mills gets it back. Fires it ahead as that was tipped. Coming back over. And into the far corner. Bouncing puck. Gathered in. Now fired in along the near corner. Greer with a shot, and they score. No goal, waved off. As Goldman with the save, able to cover it up before it went in, and I don't think it went fully over the goal line. That stays 3-3. Good scoring opportunity for Concordia. Goldman with the even better save. 10-11 left to go here in the second period. Rubin fires it all the way around. Picked up by Gargelo in along the far boards. Fed ahead. Here comes Evans. Evans, top of the far circle. Evans through the slot. Evans still with it. And poked away by James. Lifted back. Trying to peel it. Gargelo had it. Now coming again. Here comes Dodson. Dodson over center ice. Dodson makes a move on the near circle. Fed away. Good defense by Michigan to poke that away. That off the side of the net. Picked up by Rubin back behind. Rubin banks it in along the far boards. Here comes Michigan coming down the far boards. Picking it up, that over the blue line. Outside the far circle, centering attempt. As that knocked down into the far corner. And to pick it up there, Rubin comes right back. Smith has it underneath the near circle. Smith coming down the near board. Smith over their own blue line, gains his own Smith high slot, takes a shot. Good blocker save by Goldman. That puck into the far corner. Lifted back to the far point. Skyler holds it in there. Matthews trying to chase it. That puck outside the far circle. Reed chipping away at it. Now Gargelo trying to get it. That bouncing puck on the far circle. Pulled away. Loose. Now there's a shot that just goes wide into the near corner. Michigan trying to feed it ahead to Christensen, who gets it out into the neutral zone. Chipped over by Coops. That brought back in by Dodson. And puck bounces off the end boards in outside the near circle. Christensen gets it back into the neutral zone. Concordia grabs it as Ruggiero has it over center ice coming down the far boards. Ruggiero puts it right back behind the Michigan goal into the near corner. And brought ahead to Christensen outside the near circle. Here comes Michigan over their own blue line coming down. Katie German backhands it deep. At rims right back behind the goal into the near corner. Matthew with it there. Matthews moves it right back behind the Concordia goal as that Simmer with it, pinned against the board by Coops. Now Ruggiero puts it back. There is a penalty upcoming. That's going to be to Michigan, held in at the far point. So Concordia going on the power play as Matthews goes into the box for tripping. That at 7:57. Face-off is going to be to Goldman's right in the far face-off circle. Dodson in to take the face-off as that puck goes into the far corner, controlled by Michigan. That lifted back to the far point, held in by Shebin, top of the far circle. Shebin goes into the far corner. Shebin back behind the Michigan goal, now on the far circle. That comes back to the near point to Smith. Knocked down through the slot. Here comes Michigan the other direction. Coming down in along the near boards. That backhanded deep by Gargelo. Bounces off the end boards and sits right back behind the Concordia goal. Proctor trying to make it difficult for Concordia to get out of the zone. Smith bringing it down. That knocked away by Gargelo. That fired right back in deep. 1 minute, 27 seconds left to go in the Concordia power play. Again, Proctor trying to make it hard for Concordia to exit the zone. Coming down on the far side, Shebin over on blue line. Now Rubin takes that puck away. Rubin at her own blue line, backhands it, and that cleared all the way down the ice. 7 minutes left to go here in the second. 3-3 is our score. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go in the Concordia power play. That comes over along the near boards to Shebin. Shebin back behind her own goal. Shebin feeds it in along the far boards. Now coming ahead. Here comes Dodson with it. Dodson gains the Michigan zone. Freeman forces her to go wide. Shot that off the side of the net. Comes back to the near point, and Shebin feeds it outside the near circle. Dodson with it. High slot. Shot saved by Goldman. Puck out in front. Loose. And pulled away and cleared all the way down the ice. Great save by Goldman. Great defensive play to get it out of harm's way. 30 seconds left to go now in the Concordia power play. 3-3 is our score. Now Evans trying to make it hard back in the Concordia zone. Shebin brings it right back behind her own goal, going from the near side to the far side, comes back near side, feeds it down the near boards. That'll go all the way down. That should be icing or not for some reason. That's picked up. In along the far boards. That comes right back into the neutral zone, slips back, and cleared in along the near boards. Ruggiero has it as Crone pins it against the boards. Michigan back to full strength. That puck lifted, coming down. Ruggiero has it right center ice. Shorkey separates Ruggiero from the puck. Now here comes Michigan coming the other direction. Fed over to Crone in the slot. Rising shot, Crone scores! Michigan takes their first lead of the game at 5:38 as Crone with the goal. Face off right at center ice. Michigan with the 4-3 lead now. 5:38 left to go here in the second. Shorkey wins the faceoff, puts that in along the near boards. Greer brings that ahead, puts it deep into the Michigan zone. That rims into the far corner where Bryce has it. Bryce has James try and steal that away. The puck comes outside the far circle as Thomas trying to fire it. And lifted, held in. Gear with a shot, saved by Goldman. Thomas feeds it into the neutral zone. Greer trying to chip that right back in, but here comes Michigan down the near boards of the neutral zone. Bryce has it. Poked away. She was trying to gain the zone. The puck loose right in front of the scorer's bench. Now that brought in by James, put right back behind the Michigan goal. Michigan starts the attack, coming down the other direction, in along the near boards. Puts it back into the neutral zone. Greer slips past her. That comes back. Freeman with some pressure now. Crone outside the near circle trying to peel the puck off of the near boards. 4:45. Freeman holds it in as Bryce backhands it. That knockdown. Dodson gets it out of the zone. Michigan trying to put it right back in. Coops gets it out of the zone. Now the puck out in front of the scorer's bench. Lifted all the way back in along the near boards. Michigan grabs it there. Coming in. Here comes Freeman. Freeman with a shot. Pad save by Burks into the near corner. As Greer has it, sends it over to Sheridan outside the near circle. As that puck loose, held in, as Matthews has it, top of the far circle. Matthews goes into the far corner. 4:05 left to go. Here in the second, Michigan 4, Concordia 3. Simmer trying to pull the puck off of the end boards. That lifted back to the near point. Levinson holds it in. Now there's a shot by Proctor out in front. Matthews takes it back behind the Concordia goal. Matthews trying to feed it. Levinson takes it to blue line, takes a shot. That was deflected by a defender out in front. As that was lifted, as that was Dodson getting in the way. Dodson pulls it into the Michigan zone. She's pinned against the boards. Proctor picks it up on the near circle. Proctor goes back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Proctor feeds ahead to Simmer. Now picked up. Here comes Michigan through the neutral zone. Proctor comes into the zone outside the far circle. Shebin trying to pull it away. The puck still loose. Now Shebin heading the other direction. Levinson back. It's a 2-on-1. Shebin with the shot, and they score. Concordia ties it up as they had a 2-on-1 breakaway. At 3:15, we're back tied up 4 apiece. Shebin with the goal. Taking a look at some of the scoring plays. Michigan's goal by Matthews, the assist was given to Freeman. And then on the Crone goal, the assist was to Thomas. Shebin scored, assisted by Smith. As back to live action, that in along the near board, shot, saved by Burks. As that was a great shot by Evans, now underneath the near circle. That lifted back behind, Evans has it, going from the far side, near side, wrap around attempt. Burks covers it up. 2:55 left to go. Here in this, the second period. 4-4 is the score. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Dodson in to take the face-off. Rubin on the other side. That puck at the far point. Gargilo has it, shot, and that's a save by Burks. Rubin with a rising shot. Knuckleball. Good glove save by Burks. That face-off again will be in the far face-off circle. Rubin versus Dodgson. Comes back to the far point. Held in there. Put back deep by Reed. Outside the far circle. Spinning with it. Rubin has it. Rubin comes back to the blue line. High slot now coming over top of the near circle. Rubin poked off the puck into the near corner as Shebin has it back behind her own goal. Shebin puts it back to the far point, trying to hold it in. Gargelo has it in along the far boards. Reed got a piece of it, keeping it inside the zone. That lifted all the way back into the Michigan zone. Michigan banks it off the near boards. That picked up by Smith, who fires it deep. Sticked away, trying to get it into the near corner. That goes up into the netting. And there'll be a face-off in the Michigan zone. Both teams go for a line change. 2:10 left to go here in the second. 4-4 is the score. Concordia has had a 2-goal lead twice. Michigan has had a 1-goal lead. Concordia scored last to tie it up at 4 apiece. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Ruggiero taking the face-off for Concordia. Headed along the end line. Centering attempt. Shot. Saved by Goldman. Loose puck into the far corner. Forehand with it. Forehand trying to avoid some pressure. Brings it outside the far circle. Forehand has that chipped away. Picked up. Here comes Michigan coming down through over the neutral zone. That fired ahead. Into the near corner. Centering attempt chipped away. Crone trying to get to it. That loose into the near corner. Now still loose. Greer has it underneath the far circle. Coming back the other direction. Crone trying to make it difficult. Trying to pick that puck off. Into the neutral zone. McCarthy firing it right back in. Shorkey with it. That will be offsides on Michigan. One minute, 29 seconds left to go. 4-4 is the score. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Matthews in to take the face-off versus Dodson. That puck comes back in along the near boards. Freeman fires it in. That lifted in along the far boards. Now Smith fires it down the ice. Picked up right at center ice. Stolen away by Michigan. That drifted back to Freeman right at her own blue line. Freeman sends ahead. That intercepted by Smith, gaining the Michigan zone. Smith outside the far circle. Smith coming in. Good stick save by Goldman. Proctor picks it up back behind her own goal. Proctor ricochets it off the near board. Shebin fires it right back in. Saved by Goldman. Or no, did it go in? It went in as Goldman looked like she had the save and just managed to slip past that at 58 seconds. Concordia goal. As we'll see as soon as they put it in. Concordia 5, Michigan 4. They're talking it over. And that goal doesn't count. As that was offsides on the shot. So that goal does not count. Back tied at 4 apiece. Coming back into the Concordia zone, in along the near boards. As that puck lifted, Gargelo has it outside the near circle. Rubin coming in to try and grab it. Smith trying to poke it away, or James trying to poke it away. 36 seconds left. 4-4 is our score. Shebin fires it over to Smith and along the far boards. That lifted, held in by Michigan. Here it comes, top of the near circle. Evans with it. Evans with a shot. Burke stops it, that off the side of the net. Andonian picks it up, top of the far circle. And fed, Gargelo has it outside the far circle. Gargelo taking it, trying to fire it out in front. Now comes into the near corner. 10 seconds left to go. And it comes back. Rubin with it. That loose on the far circle. Gargelo fires out front. Here comes Levinson with the shot. Oh, that just missed. And there's the end of the period. Well, Michigan able to tie it up and take the 1-goal lead. Concordia came back as you're scoring for that second period as we take a look. In the second, it started off with the Concordia goal. It was Schuyler, assisted by Dodson and Sheben. Then Michigan scored. That made it 3-2. Concordia with the lead. That was forehand from Proctor. Then Michigan tied it up at 3 apiece. Matthews from Freeman. Then Michigan took the lead as Crone had a goal, assisted by Thomas. Then Concordia scored to make it even. Sheben assisted by Smith. That's where we are at. And now let's take a look at our Michigan scoreboard report as taking a look at action from the last week. Coming up Sunday in wrestling, Michigan taking on CSU Bakerfield. They won that one 39-3. In field hockey, Michigan loses in a shootout to Harvard 1-0. In women's basketball, Michigan beat UMass Lowell 73-54. In men's basketball, Seton Hall squeaks out a win over the Wolverines 67 to 65. On Friday, or that was Tuesday, by the way, the women's and the men's basketball game. On Friday, it was in women's soccer, Michigan beating Wake Forest 2-1. In wrestling, Michigan beat Columbia 34-3. In volleyball, Michigan lost 3-1 to Purdue. The sets were 17-25, 18-25, 25-16, and 15-25. In ice hockey, in overtime, Notre Dame comes back to tie it and win it in overtime 3-2 over Michigan men's hockey. Michigan men's hockey will face off again against Notre Dame this evening, looking to even up the season series. Michigan basketball had a late game versus UNLV in Las Vegas. They won that one 74-61. Going on, the women's cross country and men's cross country were in the NCAA championships. They were for cross country down in Tallahassee. See if I can come up with some scores from today. As going over, Michigan women's basketball beat Central Michigan 69-45. That was a final. And over in that football game that is happening, I really don't want to change my password right now, but I guess I will. As give me a moment, and my phone is forcing me to change a password right while I'm trying to do this. It's always the best time that happens, isn't it? Okay, pulling this up here, and of course I have to re-enter it a few times. There we go. 59-18 with 9:58 left to go in the fourth. Michigan with the 59-18 lead over Maryland. Maryland with the ball. So that is your Michigan scoreboard report here in the second period, or second intermission. At the second intermission, it is Concordia 4, Michigan 4. Well, it being the second intermission, you know what time it is. It's time for I Can't Turn You Loose.
Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to the Michigan Amphitheater. You know, so much of the music we hear today is this pre-programmed electronic disco. You never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft. By the year 2006, the music now known as the blues will exist only in the classical record department of your local public library. And so, this afternoon, while we still can, let us welcome from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gary Lewis and his blues band. Gary Lewis and his blues band.
We're getting ready to start off the third as it is 4-4 here at the Arctic Coliseum of Chelsea. That puck back into the Michigan zone, into the near corner. And tipped outside the near circle. Here comes Michigan coming down with it. Trying to get it out of the zone. That flips over Dodson. Spinning puck. Chasing it. Evans trying to get it. Brought in by James outside the far circle. Shot. Goldman with the save. Bouncing puck out in front. Now comes over outside the near circle. Smith trying to get it. Smith with the shot that deflects out in front. That puck in along the near board. Spinning with it, Rubin. Rubin goes back behind her own goal. Fires it over to McCarthy, who takes it back behind and sends it over to Gargelo on the near boards. Gargelo comes back on that near circle through the slot. Stops there looking for some space. Gargelo over her own blue line. Gargelo over center ice. Gargelo gains the zone. Spins it over on the far circle. Evans puts it back into the far corner. Puck loose. Now back behind the goal. As Smith banks it off the near boards, held in by Katie German at the near point. She takes a shot. That knocked down out in front. Ruggiero has it. Fires it off the far boards. Coming forward is James, knocked down by Simmer. Simmer puts it right back in the Concordia zone. Smith banks it and fires it. That went into the Concordia bench. 18:47 left to go here in the first. 4-4 is our in the third. In the third. One of those numbers. We've had two periods before this. We're in the third. 4-4 is our score. They're going to move that back into the Concordia zone in the far face-off circle. That to Burks' right. Ruggiero in to take the face-off for Concordia. Going against Matthews. That comes back to the far point. Shot there by Freeman. That comes in outside the near circle. Picked up there by Coops. Coops trying to get it out of the zone. Held in by Simmer. Simmer on that near circle. Simmer into the slot. Shot by Proctor and a score! Oh, Simmer put a beautiful pass over to Proctor in the slot. Proctor fired it in. And Michigan takes the lead again. 5-4. That at 18:33. Concordia answered back. Last time Michigan took the goal. Second time they've had a lead. Michigan will try and extend that. Shorkey taking the face off right center ice. She comes away at the Shorkey. Gaining the zone. Shorkey top of the far circle. Spins with it. She's in along the far boards. That pulled away by Crone outside the far circle. Centering attempt. Popped up high. Bouncing puck at the near point. Katie German sends it in along the end boards. Thomas chases it. That into the far corner. Back to Thomas underneath the near circle. Out through the slot. Crone had it. Now that knocked off of Shorkey's stick. James in along the far boards. Bouncing puck. Held in by Michigan. Now picked up. Concordia comes over the blue line. Coming down. Here comes Dodson with it. Dodson. Great poke check. Here comes Michigan the other direction. As nice move by Katie German. She comes into the zone. Outside the near circle. In along the end boards. Coop trying to ride German off of the puck. That comes into the far corner. As Crone has it there. Gets caught up with the official. Dodson trying to pull that puck off of the boards. James also in there. Coop sends it back outside the far circle. Picked up by Crone. Crone sends it back to the point, backhanded. That knocked away by Burks into the near corner. Concordia sending it ahead. Hansen with it on the near circle. Hansen goes back behind her own goal. Stops actually underneath the near circle as Shorkey tries to pull that puck away. Here comes Evans with it. Evans with a wraparound attempt. Save. That comes outside the near circle. Chip back into the neutral zone. Michigan will start the rush again. Coming in, Katie German. That knocked away into the near corner. Katie German back behind. Now Dodson pulls it away. As that puck outside the far circle knocked. And here comes Concordia. Good poke check by Rubin to knock it away. Concordia gathers it. Dodson chases it off of the near boards. Backhanded ahead by Katie German. Rubin grabbing it. Now coming in Gargelo, top of the near circle. And knocked away by Rubin. Loose puck. Chased by Evans outside the near circle. Evans into the near corner. Backhands it right out in front. Ruggiero knocks it back to the far point. Bryce can't quite get there to hold it in. Bryce retreats into the neutral zone, trying to fire it ahead. And grabbed by Michigan. Sent over in along the near boards. Picked up by Evans, top of the near circle. Evans with the shot. That deflected off the blocker high into the far corner where Rubin has it. Now Concordia trying to send it ahead. Sheridan had it. That knocked away. Michigan feeds it into the near corner. Gargelow chasing it. She has it outside the near circle. Now Christensen trying to pull that away. Gargelow coming down on the goal line. Out to Christensen, who takes a shot. Safe, out in front, and it goes in. Michigan gets the insurance goal, making it 6-4 here in the third. That at 15-51. Michigan goal. We'll check out that live scoring, and it was a scrum out on the far side. In the third, by the way, that first goal was Proctor from Simmer. As we said, Katie German gets the assist on it as well. As that puck into the Michigan zone, forehand has it. That pulled away. Ruggiero has it outside the near circle. Ruggiero rising shot. That deflects Christensen on the far side into the far corner. Ruggiero with it. Ruggiero tries the centering attempt. That comes back into the neutral zone. That Michigan goal was by Matthews. Assist to Christensen. That puck comes back and scoring again. Michigan puts it in. As Michigan now advances the lead, makes it 7-4. That at 15-23. Oh, less than 30 seconds from the last one. Michigan now 3-goal lead, 7-4. Face off right at center ice. Dodson trying to get it. Shorkey comes away with it. Right at the blue line. Now popped down in along the near boards. Coming in, there's another shot. Save. That pulled away in along the far boards. That last goal. Again, Matthews from Christensen. So take two. And I believe that makes a hat trick for Matthews. Matthews with 3 of the 7 goals. Face off in the near face-off circle. Shorkey in to take the face-off. That to Burke's left. Puck loose. Thomas chips it. That comes into the high slot. Freeman with the shot. That deflects back behind the Concordia goal. Comes back. Thomas with the shot. That knocked down by Dodson. Dodson on the near circle. Dodson goes over on blue line, coming over center ice. Dodson into the zone. Dodson outside the near circle. Shot. Goldman has it as James was right out in front trying to deflect it. Here comes Michigan the other direction over their own blue line, over center ice, as that is fired deep by Crone into the near corner. Crone goes off for a line change. As Schuyler has it, held in at the near point, fired deep by Katie German. That puck right back behind the Cardinal goal, now into outside the near circle. Michigan poked off with the puck as Coops trying to pull it away. Evans trying to peel that out. Now high slot for Michigan coming over. There's Gargelow with a shot. Burke's got a piece of it as a pad save. Evans outside the near circle coming in. There's a shot by Gargelow. Another save by Burks. Coming back behind into the far corner. Michigan outside the far circle. Stopped at the far point. Shot that deflected off of a defender. Bouncing puck. Fired in deep. Gargelow chasing it. Now Evans has it into the far corner. The puck slips into the near corner of the Concordia zone. Concordia in along the near boards. Knocked down. Able to hold it in. Gargelow now into the neutral zone. Levinson trying to knock it away. Dodson brings it into the zone. Matthews pins her against the board. Now Levinson takes it back behind her own goal. 13:25 left to go here in the third. Michigan with the 7-4 lead. 3 goals in the third. Michigan trying to come away with the victory. That fired in deep by Schuyler, who goes off for a line change. Forehand. Takes it back behind her own goal. Sends it over to Simmer in along the near boards. That knocked down. Smith's shot. Blocked. Here comes Simmer through center ice. Knocked down. Trying to pick it up. That poked ahead. Now Hansen has it at her own blue line. Fired in. Matthews has that poked away. Coming in. Sheridan. High slot. Comes over. Top of the far circle. Shot. That knocked down by Goldman. Back behind. Forehand trying to pick it up. A loose puck. Forehand takes it back behind the goal. Coming over underneath the near circle of her own zone. Forehand, backhands it over to Simmer. Simmer, touch pass. Moves it over to Matthews. Matthews over to Proctor. Proctor gains his own along the far point. Back to Matthews. Matthews into the slot. Matthews with the shot, and Matthews scores! That's number 4 for Matthews. Michigan goal at 12-27. Matthews is feeling it. Michigan doubling up Concordia here in the 4th period. 8-4. Michigan with the lead here in the 3rd. That puck brought in as Dodson takes a shot. That block. Coming out, here comes Michigan coming down. Shorkey with it, top of the near circle. Shorkey trying to backhand it out in front, covered up by Burke. 8-4, Michigan with the lead at 12-13. Goldman has been playing very, very well between the pipes for Michigan, but Goldman is naturally not a goaltender, so Michigan is looking for a second goaltender. So if you know someone who attends the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and would like to play goal for this team, fantastic opportunity for a great team to get a second goaltender. The puck outside into the far corner, picked up back behind for Dodson. Now Thomas has it, pulled away. Dodson coming down. Makes a move over on blue line, comes over center ice, down in along the near boards. Dodson has it poked away. Great defensive play by Michigan as Katie German knocked it away. Coming in, now here comes Shebin with it outside the near circle. German again separating her with the puck and puts it into the near corner. James knocks it back to the near point, nobody home, and that slips back into the neutral zone. Dodson will have to reset right at center ice. Dodson has it in along the far boards. 11:53 left to go. Dodson moves it over to Shebin in along the near board. Shebin fires it deep into the Michigan zone. Banks off the end boards into the far corner. Freeman has it there. Freeman backhands it back to Katie German. Katie German back behind her own goal. Sends it over to Thomas in along the near boards. Thomas feeds Crone at her own blue line. Crone comes over the blue line, or comes over center ice. That fired deep by Katie German into the Concordia zone as Michigan goes for a line change. Rubin chases it in along the near boards, trying to keep it into the Concordia zone, and does just that. Now Gargelow has it at the near point, slips back into the neutral zone. Levinson fires it over to Bryce, who feeds it over on the far side. That to Evans. Evans moves it into the far corner, picked up by Smith there. Smith underneath the far circle of the zone. That knocked away the puck loose on that far circle. Now held in at the blue line by Michigan. Brought ahead. Here comes Concordia with it. Shebin over center ice. Shebin gains his own, top of the near circle. Shebin comes in with a shot. Good save by Goldman. 10:20 left to go here in the 3rd. Michigan 8, Concordia 4. As that comes down, Levinson feeds it over top of the far circle for Evans. That deflected by Smith into the far corner. Battle for it there. Evans trying to peel it out. Now brought back behind. Underneath the near circle, Ruggiero sends it. Free forehand has it at the near point and sends it back deep. Matthews chases it. Matthews with 4 goals in this game has it outside the near circle. Forehand trying to pin it there. Concordia gets it out of the zone. Simmer trying to fire it right back in. That puck comes to the Michigan blue line. Michigan will set up the attack going the other way. Christensen has it in along the far boards of the neutral zone. Now Simmer separates Concordia from the puck, top of the near circle. Simmer outside the near circle, trying to fire it out in front for Christensen. Backhanded shot, saved by Burks. That puck slips underneath the near circle as Concordia trying to get it out, couldn't get anything on it. Forehand has it, loose in the near circle. Coming in Simmer, separated from the puck. That lifted by Smith back to the near point, and it slips out, saucering back into the Michigan zone. Michigan picks it up as McCarthy has it back behind her own goal. McCarthy stops there, comes to the near side, flips that over to Simmer outside the near circle. That knocked off. Matthews has it. Matthews into the near corner of her own zone. Matthews backhands it, trying to get it back to Simmer outside the near circle. Simmer feeds it ahead. Here comes Christensen over center ice. Christensen, top of the far circle of the Concordia zone. Christensen, that puck wouldn't settle down. Christensen trying to get it. That poked away, top into the slot, moved over. One-timer by Katie German. That knocked out in front. The puck loose outside the near circle. Schuyler backhands it. Here comes Concordia the other direction as Sheldon has it. Knocked away by Freeman. Freeman coming down the far side over center ice. Dodson has it. Feeds it back to her defense. Picked up by Coops on the near boards. Coops over own blue line. Knocked away by Simmer, trying to poke that away. Excuse me, that's Chrome grabbing it. Getting ahead, Katie German, now that lifted back. Katie German blocks the shot. Moves it over, in along the near boards. Here comes Crone, it over center ice. Crone gains Crone, high slot. Crone has it poked away, gets it back, top of the far circle. Crone with the shot. That deflected out in front, loose on the near circle. Tipped back to Katie German at the near point. She takes a shot from the high slot. Stick saved by Burks outside the far circle. Picked up, back to the far point. Lifted back into the neutral zone. 7:49 left to go. Michigan has the 8-4 lead. Bouncing puck into the high slot. Now spinning with it. Williams had it. Shorkey trying to pick it up. She's ridden off the puck by James. Gets it back. Now Dodson has it into the far corner. Dodson, ever dangerous. Dodson underneath the near circle has that poked away. Excellent job by Crone to go back behind the goal. Crone pinned against the boards. Now that pulled back by Coops. Coops has it outside the near circle of her own zone. Feeds it ahead through the neutral zone. Coming in, James has had swept away by Bryce. Bryce into the near corner of the Michigan zone. Pinned against the boards. Trying to pull that away. Hansen in as well. Bryce trying to get it back over. Now Rubin sends it ahead. Here comes Michigan with it. Crone over on blue line. Crone fires it deep as she goes for a line change. The puck slips into the far corner. Sheben has it there. 6:52 left to go here in the third. Michigan 8, Concordia 4. The puck slips back underneath the far circle. Michigan takes it back behind the goal. Underneath the near circle, spinning with it. That shot back over to the blue line. Bryce with the shot, knocked down out in front. The puck slips and skitters all the way back, spinning on edge into the Michigan zone, picked up by Levinson. Levinson back behind her own goal. Levinson coming down the far boards. Feeds out the neutral zone, chipped back by Ruggiero. Now Michigan gains the zone, feeds it over to Gargelo. Gargelo with the shot. Save. The puck comes off to the far side, picked back. Michigan, a player down. Puck comes in along the near sides. Evans slow to get up. She now pops up and skating gingerly across. Matthews chases it. That puck comes deep into the near corner. Forehand picks it up there, trying to get away from Ruggiero. Sending it ahead. That puck into the neutral zone. Picked up. Here comes Evans. She looks like she's okay. She takes a shot, and that's saved by Burks. Good to see Evans back up and going all right. She was down on the ice and slow to get up. Face off in the near face-off circle. 5:52 left to go here in the third. Michigan 8, Concordia 4. Second game between these two teams. That puck comes underneath the bar circle. Knocked, centering attempt. Simmer trying to get to it. That lifted to the blue line, but not out. Comes in along the near boards. Now it's out into the neutral zone. Back to forehand at the Michigan blue line. She sends it to Proctor, who gains the zone. Proctor stops at the far point. Now comes top of the far circle. Feeds it over to forehand at the near point. That shot blocked by Ruggiero. Back into the neutral zone in along the near boards. Forehand trying to chip it away. Schuyler puts it back. Ruggiero with the shot. That knocked down out in front by the Michigan defense. Swinging back the other direction. Simmer feeds it ahead. Now bringing it in. Here comes Matthews. Matthews on the far circle. Drop back pass for Proctor. That knocked down as the puck loose into the near corner. Concordia feeds it back. Held in at the near point. Cycled in back deep. That puck lifted all the way down. Banked off the far boards. Freeman chases it back. Goldman stops it for Friedman, who picks it up back behind her own goal. 4:45 left to go here in the third. Dodson has it right along the near boards. Dodson trying to field it ahead. Dodson at the top of the near circle shot. That went off of a skate into the near corner. Dodson still chasing it, trying to get it back to the near point to Smith. That pulled away. Here comes Simmer with it. Simmer over center ice, coming down the near board. Simmer, top of the near circle. That deflected back off for her. Katie German feeds it top of the far circle for Crone with a shot covered up by Burks. Good feed. German finding a fantastic Crone coming in, top of the far circle. Crone with the great shot. Burks with an even better save. 4:16 left to go here in the third. 8-4, Michigan with the lead. The two teams tied at the end of two. as it's Dodson versus Shorkey for the face-off in the far face-off circle. Stopped at the far point, now moved over to Levinson at the high slot. Levinson shot, went off of a defender's skate and came all the way back into the Michigan zone. Levinson on the near face-off circle in her own zone, spins going the other direction, trying to avoid Dodson. Back into the neutral zone, picked up by Shebin, poked away. Now Smith has it back in her own zone. Smith on the near circle of her own zone, spins, trying to avoid pressure. Thomas chasing that. Now held in, Thomas chasing a puck on edge and along the end boards. Shebin banks it off the near board. Levinson comes in to pinch. That puck on the near circle. Shot, rising shot by Thomas. Glove saved by Burns. 3:33 left to go here in the third. 8-4, Michigan with the lead. Well, after this, Michigan with a break for the Thanksgiving break. Then they're back in action with a pair of games versus Miami of Ohio. That at the Arctic Edge of Canton on November. And we're back to action. That poked back in along the far boards. Evans feeds it into the far corner. Knocked down. Rubin trying to get to it. The puck loose. Coming back. Shot and a score by Michigan. 9-4 as it was a loose puck just on the far side of the crease. Popped up into the left-hand corner. Michigan with 5 straight goals here in the third. They have the 9-4 lead. Face off right at center ice. That comes back in along the far boards, up and into the Concordia zone. As that one was by Evans from McCarthy. So Evans scored, McCarthy on the assist. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That comes high slot. Michigan takes it top of the near circle. Gargelo taking a shot. That deflects into the near corner. Gargelo chases it. That loose outside the near circle. Schuyler trying to knock it away. Gargelo trying to hold it in. She gets put down to the ice. That puck slips back into the Michigan zone. Chasing it. Sheridan with the shot. Goldman with the save. So I was saying Friday, December 3rd and Saturday, December 4th are the next 2 games for Michigan versus Miami of Ohio at the Arctic Edge of Canton. Friday night is 9 o'clock. Saturday is 8:30. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Loose puck. That comes back and along the end boards. Katie German fires it around the boards. Ahead to Christensen. Christensen has it poked away. Picked up top of the far circle. Now comes over along the near circle. Matthews has it, feeds it back to Katie German in along the end boards. Katie German underneath the far circle, trying to avoid pressure by Concordia. That puck held in. Now Matthews chases it, backhands it back. Michigan picks it up and fires it ahead. Here comes Michigan through center ice, backhanding it ahead to Simmer. Simmer gains his zone outside the near circle. Simmer on the goal line, firing it ahead. Christensen with the shot, Burke with the save. Burks did an excellent job to keep that one out of the net. Katie German chases it back. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Michigan 9, Concordia 4. Bouncing puck right at the blue line. Matthews comes in. Matthews with 4 goals herself. That puck slips right back behind the Concordia goal into the far corner. Held in at the far point by Freeman. Freeman with the shot. Bouncing puck just goes wide. Picked up underneath the near circle. Spinning with it. There's a shot by Matthews. That pulled away by a defender out in front. That was Smith. Smith over on blue line. Over center ice. Smith gains the Michigan zone. Smith in the slot. Shot. Saved by Goldman. Covered up. Goldman took it into the chest and then dropped it and covered it up. 1 minute, 32 seconds left to go. We'll be back on the air with Pioneer Women's Hockey on Tuesday, as we'll have their first game this season over at the Arctic Edge of Canton. Come out and check that out. And then we'll have the Pioneer Men's Hockey game versus Saline on this Wednesday. Face-off right on the near face-off circle coming over. Crone with it, trying to pull it away. Comes back behind, underneath. Bounced ahead. Now Shorkey with it, coming through center ice. Shorkey feeds ahead. Here comes Crone gaining the zone. Crone in the high slot. Crone with the shot. That goes wide. Shorkey picks it up. Back behind the goal. Underneath the near circle. Spinning the other direction with it. The puck into the far corner. Concordia has it. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. Ruggiero comes ahead with it. Knocked down by Crone. Right at center ice. Crone feeds it ahead. Picked up and brought in by Williams. Loose coming down the other side. Here comes Ruggiero, who lifts it into the Michigan zone. Bryce has it outside the far circle. Bryce stopping underneath the far circle. 45 seconds left to go in the third. Michigan 9, Concordia 4. We were tied up right at the beginning of this period. Michigan with 5 goals straight. That puck slips back in along the end boards, back behind the Michigan goal. 30 seconds left to go in the third. Michigan pulls the puck over their own blue line. Forehand sends it ahead. That knocked down in along the near boards by Coops. Stopped, pinned, now brought back. Crone sends it over to Levinson. Levinson feeds it ahead. Williams coming down on the far boards. 12 seconds left to go. Coops has it back behind her own goal, going from the far side to the near side. And stopped by forehand. Bouncing puck through the slot, lifted ahead. James had it for a moment. Comes to the near point, poked ahead, and that is it. Michigan with the win as Concordia got to a 2-goal lead twice. Michigan able to get it tied up by the end of the third and then storm back with 5 goals in the third to beat Concordia for the second time this season. Again, Michigan will be back in action after Thanksgiving, December 3rd and 4th from the Arctic Edge of Canton versus Miami of Ohio. Please come out and check that out. Again, we'll have Pioneer Women's Hockey on Tuesday night, Pioneer Men's Hockey on Wednesday night. The best tradition in all of sports, the post-game handshake. Love to see that back. We missed that last year in all of our sports. If you don't tune in to either of the Pioneer games, folks, thank you. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving with your family. We are very, very thankful to do our small part to bring you the action of these amazing athletes. For my camera person, Christina Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you, and have a great rest of your weekend. Good night.